燃え強がって飛び乗って風に流って青空昨日を越えろ Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Talking MONS, our new podcast here where we're talking through each episode of Digimon Adventure Psi, or Digimon Adventure : whatever the hell people are talking about. Just a heads up, we might have some naughty language, so,
It's already been naughty language.
Yeah, I said hell. And we will be talking full spoilers about this new episode. My name is JD. With me here is Jeanette and Gary.
Hello.
Hi.
And we are going to be talking about episode 2 of Digimon Adventure Psi, titled War Game. So when we finished up last week, Tai and Agumon, who had digivolved into Greymon, fought off a giant squid monster or something. And Matt or Yamato, or I'm just using English names, shows up with Gurumon at the end, and that's where we were left. This episode picks up pretty much right from there. We don't really get an explanation for how Matt got into the internet world, but he's here with Gurumon, and
he was always part of the internet.
He just lives there.
Yeah.
But he and Tai kind of reluctantly team up, kind of reluctantly on Matt's end.
Yeah, he had some loner issue.
Matt is a butthole. He's a butthole now, and he's always been a butthole.
He's a sexy butthole. At least older Matt. We're not talking about younger Matt. Like when he's in high school and he's got the whole band thing going on.
I still want to know how that translates into him going to Mars.
He plays concerts for the aliens.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah.
All those audio engineering.
Yeah, man. So what did you guys think of this next episode? Coming from the first one.
I kind of didn't like the first half very much. I thought it was a lot of static animation and reused frames. But then the second half was really good.
Okay.
Yeah, the first half is just a lot of running and talking, but not even the exposition kind of talking. Like, I didn't learn too much new stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, I feel that. You're right. Like the first half of this episode is more like Tide Matt meeting, and they're kind of like running off to fight this this new giant squid monster, and rehashing the entire plot of the Digimon movie.
I feel like they're stretching it out to the very final moment of the episode, the cliffhanger moment.
Yeah.
There wasn't like much material in between.
Not really. I mean, it really doesn't ramp up until the last part of the episode where, Greymon and Gurumon are fighting the big giant, like the little squid monsters keep evolving, and like Typhon's like, how many times is he going to evolve? And yeah. But yeah, he's they're trying to stop this monster because just like in the movie, it set off a nuke, and it's about to hit Tokyo. And I mean, it's still up in the air about whether that thing's going to go off. But they failed to stop the nuke, the missile launch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, there's just a nuclear warhead flying through the sky right now, and it's still uncertain about what's going on with that.
Yeah, they kind of raised the stakes for episode 2. Like they raised the stakes. They brought out you know who, and it's like Russ is like, this is like starting out with Dragon Ball Z and then going Super Saiyan or something in the second episode.
Honestly,
that escalated quickly.
That's an apt comparison. Yeah. Yeah, so spoilers here. Omnimon just shows up at the end of this. We're 2 episodes into this reboot, and Omnimon is just here. Agumon and Gabumon have evolved past their champion forms, but I guess we're going to like their mega fusion right off the
Somehow
bat.
TK and Kari is involved, like just from how they edited.
they catch a feather and it apparently gives them like fucking evolution powers through the internet. I don't know, man.
I thought those two were gonna show up, like Angelmon and Angelmon.
Yeah.
It felt more logical through the cutting between those characters.
This anime is just the Ty and Matt show. There's no other characters.
Well, I feel like they're slowly introducing the other characters.
Yeah, no, I'm just being ordinary. I'm just being ordinary for the sake of it.
Sure. I will say that I am more excited about where this is going because they've already kind of said the next episode they're actually going to the digital world rather than the internet.
Ooh, yeah.
I think it's like the title. It's like To the Digital World is like the title of the next episode. So we're probably going to be getting out of the internet finally. Mm-hmm. And which means I'd like to think we're going to be seeing, the other characters finally, because I was watching this with my wife and she's like, why doesn't Izzy have his bug guy? And where's Gomamon? Because Gomamon's her favorite.
He's the best Digimon. Like, Gomamon is definitely the best Digimon.
And a little seal man. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this episode's fine. It feels kind of like a little bit of a filler, but still kind of pushing the plot forward. I mean, Ty and Matt meet up, and they're fighting this monster to stop a warhead from going off. But like you get to the climax of this episode, and it's like, okay, fuck, it's on. Omnimon's here. Him and the giant monster are gonna square off and roll the credits.
I really liked how they animated the giant monster at like the end where it does the things with the eyeballs and it's just super creepy. And I was really digging that. Creepy. I was like, oh.
So I don't know if either of you guys have watched the third season, Tamers, the one with like Guilmon and Renamon and all that.
Yeah, I did.
I watched a little bit of it back in the day, but it's been so long.
It's my favorite season.
So Gary, I don't know if you are also getting some weird like D Reaper vibes off this monster in terms of design or anything.
A little, but it's not as fluid because the D Reaper is a lot of gooey CGI kind of thing.
I meant more kind of like the little monsters it makes. In terms of like its weird like angular wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was getting some weird vibes of that off of it.
I do get what you're saying because it does feel like the D Reaper just because of their impact in the real world and everything.
Yeah,
like
maybe
that
too. Maybe a little bit of that too. Yeah. I mean, I did enjoy watching the monster fights again this time. I mean, it was nice watching like Greymon and Garurumon kind of work together, even though like Matt and Tyre's like Matt's kind of being a shit, like he do.
I get the feeling that those two know each other, but they're just not talking that much.
Well, I didn't get that.
Both Garurumon and
Garurumon and Greymon.
Yeah.
I kind of got that feeling too.
Like I just sort of wish they would have communicated a little more while they were running alongside each other.
Yeah, because I mean that's kind of how the original show was. Like all of the Digimon already knew each other because they've been hanging out forever, waiting for their humans to show up. But yeah, they didn't outright say it, but I did feel like Garurumon and Greymon's interactions had some kind of familiarity to it. Like they may have like known who each other were a little bit at least. But yeah, I totally agree. I wish they would have like been like, oh hey buddy, what's up? You're all grown up now and all that. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely like the banter between Garurumon and Greymon was definitely more interesting than any of the dialogue between Ty and Matt.
Oh.
Like I was really digging watching the Garurumon and Greymon talk to each other.
Yeah, and I don't like Matt. As I've never liked Matt for a multitude of reasons.
He's kind of like the Seto Kaiba of like Digimon.
He kind of is. Like I don't like these like I don't like the anime
cool type.
Yeah, I don't like
cool.
that. Yeah, I don't like these like arrogant, snooty, cool characters that it's like an anime trope. Where it's like it's like the stay out of my way, I'm gonna do this, I don't need your help. I'm better than you kind of character, and like that's never appealed to me, no matter what show it is. And I think I really started to notice that with Matt, and I've noticed like other characters, like you said, like Kaiba and Yu-Gi-Oh is like that.
He doesn't deserve this cool silent type guy characteristic yet because he haven't proven himself. That's why we all hate him. What has he done to earn that he's actually capable being the lone wolf?
And like I think I remembered in the original series, he was just like difficult for the sake of being difficult. Like he never was right about anything.
Well, and like there's like an episode that really kind of sets off the ending of the first season, where like Matt and Ty get in like this huge fight. And it's been a while since I've seen it, so I don't remember who started the fight, but I just like, Matt, stop being a shit. And that's honestly that's kind of what I yell at the screen all the time. It's just, Matt, stop being a shit.
It's really
go ahead.
It's really frustrating because Gurumon is like one of like obviously I like my little seal, but Gurumon, I think the evolution we love is like Gabumon or something.
Yeah, a little one.
Like he's like one of my favorite Digimon, but Matt is just such a jerk.
At least back then, he is like grumpy because he has to like take care of his little brother, and he's trying to act tough for the group's sake. But now, right now, here in the reboot, there's no motivation behind that. It was actually the original. I mean, it was understandable in the original.
It was funny because when I was watching this with Melanie, I would just like kind of groan every time Matt would do something shitty, and she's like, "Baby, it's not his fault. His parents are divorced." I literally turned to her and was like, "So am I, but I'm not an asshole about it."
We don't know that in this particular story. We found out fairly early in the original.
Yeah. We don't know the state of, you know, Matt and TK's parents. I assume it's the same, but
and I guess part of my issue with like Matt in the reboot is like he isn't even really a good or interesting foil to Ty. He just sort of sits around and grimaces, and you don't. I guess there's some communication that what he's doing, but because he doesn't talk about it, it's just kind of lost.
Yeah, and he really doesn't like, because Ty is like, when they're fighting the big monster. I'm sure this thing has an actual name. I haven't looked up yet.
We'll make up our own name for it.
He's big squid monster right now with the big eyeball monster.
Okay.
Where's the Mon? Where's the Mon? Come on.
Big squid Mon.
He needs his file extension. But like Ty is like saying, "Oh, hey, we need to work together because that's the only way we're gonna really take this thing down." And it's not until they do their like little fist bump at the end there where like Matt finally gets on board and like, "All right, fine, I guess I do need your help for this." Because the rest of the time he's basically just telling like Ty, like, "I don't need your help for this. I got this. We're gonna do this. I don't, just you don't need to be here." And like, Matt, this thing keeps evolving, constantly kicking your ass. You could stand to have some help.
Just one line would have helped a little more. Is that he fought off them before? Like he has been in the network longer than Ty. Just a little thing.
Yeah,
one little line that would fix this entire personality.
Yeah, because he shows up at the end of the last episode, and they just hit the ground running, going off to the next fight. There's no explanation of like, how did Matt get here? How long has he been here? I'm kind of guessing that he's probably been here about as long as Ty has been. Like he just got here not too long ago too. But I agree with you, Gary. I just like a line of dialogue saying like, "Hey, I fought these things already. I kind of got a gist of what's going on here." Something like that. But I mean, overall, I mean, this episode's. I think I still like the first episode better.
I mean, it's fine.
It's fine. It's. I feel like this episode is more for setup because it really it's like kind of most of the way through, but like it gets to the very end and like, all right, here's what we're jumping into for episode 3 next week, and I'm in for that because like even though I think it's a little preemptive to just throw Omnimon out that fast.
Yeah, I hope they didn't jump the shark.
And it also makes me wonder, like, how long is this show supposed to be if they're like really jumping on a lot of this stuff real fast?
Well, what I think is, what I think is this is like, you know how the movie was a prequel to like the series, like they're getting the movie quote unquote out of the way, and he's going to evolve to Omnimon, and then they're going to go to the digital world, and then they're going to be restricted. They're like going to be the whole learning to evolve to champions and then ultimates and all that all over again.
Yeah, it's like that video game trope where they give you all of your powers at the beginning of the game and only to immediately take them away, and you have to spend the rest of the game getting them back.
Yep.
I could see that. Maybe it's because they're in the internet. They get like special powers from there or something. That's why they could do Omnimon there, but maybe they can't normally without training or something in the digital world. But I'm excited to see what the digital world is going to look like in this now that we have more or less confirmation that that's where they're going in the next episode.
I can't wait.
Yeah. And that to me promises that, you know, we're going to start seeing the other characters here soon. Which I think this like Digimon works best as a group, as a group, like an ensemble show rather than a specific character focused show. Because you get all of these different monsters and all these different characters playing off of each other.
And each one has, and one of the really good things about Digimon, like opposed to the shows of the time, is each character had like their individual journey and individual growth. And I'm really looking forward to seeing that again.
Yeah, for sure. So I think there's a lot of promise here to come. Go ahead. What, Gary?
There's just one interesting thing that I think that it will differ from the original series. That if everybody gets to the digital world right away, it's Kari wasn't there in the original series. Now, when I wonder how Tai would change as a character when his little sister's also involved in the digital world right away.
I didn't think about that. That's a good point. Yeah, because Kari doesn't join the group until halfway through the show. And you got to see like Matt trying to take care of TK because they were there together the whole time. I think that will be interesting if they bring Kari in on like from the start. No. Well, not a not so stellar episode, leaves promise for something better next week. So
it isn't like the worst thing I've ever seen.
No.
It was fine. It was passable.
It was still great. It's just tasting.
It's full of cool monster fights, and so it gives me that much. But I'm more excited for what's to come. This is what I took away from this.
Yes.
Is there anything?
Let's get through. Yeah, it's like let's get through this stuff so we can get to the digital world already.
Right.
That's where the really good stuff will happen.
Is there anything else you guys would like to say before I wrap up today?
Nope.
No. Gary?
Just can't wait for the next episode. Because I feel like I have a good feeling about the next one.
Yeah, me too. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for listening to our new Digimon, watch podcast thing. Let us know what you're thinking about this. What your opinions are on this new series. The show, the actual Digimon show, not just our podcast. And feel free to watch along with us, and we'll be back again next week with another episode, talking about episode 3.
Whoa!
Well, thanks everybody for listening, and we'll catch you all again next time.
Till next time.